Hello class, I hope you all are doing well today. Sorry I'm late, binging can be longer than expected, but thank you all for coming to class. Let's get started with this Wednesday wisdom. What up? It's Nia, and welcome to Wednesday Wisdom. I didn't just choose the word wisdom because it started with a W, so I could have Wednesday Wisdom. No, I chose wisdom because I define wisdom as not only knowledge, but knowledge with a takeaway so you can take action and implement change in your life. So I created Wednesday Wisdom so we can just sit down, talk, go over a little research on the topic too, and have a discussion. I mean, this ain't a Zoom call, but discussion. So let's get started. Lesson 1, breaking the stigma of cancer. All right, so I'm gonna act like the teacher again. Okay, students, let's start with a pretest, just so I can see where you guys are at. Okay, first question. What does cancer look like? Okay, I'll give you a second. I'll give you a second to write down your answers. Okay, question 2. How does cancer act? Go ahead, take a moment. Okay, students, we've come to the final question. It's a big one here, take time to think about it. What is an individual who has cancer capable or incapable of? Don't answer any of those questions. You better put your pens, your pencils down right now. Okay. Let's go over some definitions. Social stigma, disapproval of or discrimination against a person based on perceivable social circumstances that distinguish them from other members of society. Distinct, recognizably different and readily distinguishable. Define, to determine or identify the essential qualities or meaning of. Essential qualities. So is cancer essential to my identity? So in this Wednesday Wisdom, I want to talk about the social side of cancer. And I don't mean the side of love and support that I am extremely grateful for. No, I want to talk about the identity and social side. Okay, so I'm going to get into the research, and before I begin, I want to say that there is a lack of representation, and I don't mean just in gender, but I also mean in race and the type of cancer. So one of the quotes I found says, rather, the potential stigmatization of cancer depends largely on whether a patient's identity is threatened by the diagnosis. It is much more appropriate to examine the factors surrounding cancer, such as type, visibility, and likelihood the disease will interfere with each individual's ability to achieve personal goals or function in a social context. and that came from Identity Threat and Stigma in Cancer Patients by Sarah Knapp, Allison Marziano, and Ann Moyer. So the problem comes in when nothing else is seen besides the cancer. When individuals say, oh, it's cancer, when, oh, it's just cancer, you know, that's all people see, that's all people are expecting, and it gets in the way of what they want to achieve, what they want to accomplish, their goals, their aspiration. It holds people back and it limits them. The inspiration aspect of my channel is that yes, cancer delayed me, but there is so much more to me and my journey. And I want to inspire others to understand the same. There is so much more. All right, so to get into my timeline, I'm going to start off in elementary school. And nothing really came up, no disparities, I would say. The only thing was notified that gym teachers, PE, you know, whatever you, they were notified of my balance and my coordination and that my gait was off. So nothing about cancer was really apparent to me until I got to high school. And that was where I was introduced to a 504 plan. And so if you don't know what that is, allow me to read the definition of it for you. 504 plan is a plan developed to ensure a child who has a disability under law and attending elementary or secondary educational institution receives accommodations to ensure academic success and access to learning environment. So I applaud 504 plans. They're wonderful. They're excellent. But again, it depends on the resources. But I applaud the priority of 504 plan, that the first thing that needs to be in mind is ensuring the child reaches success. And success, you know, it's very different for everyone. That needs to be understood. Yes, there are standards that need to be met, but success is very different for everyone. And so I appreciate that there are accommodations made for students with 504 plans, and you know, we adapt in the environment to the student. 504 plans are adapted to the environment to the student so they can grow and reach goals and success. I will say sometimes it's difficult for people, and I never had this experience before, but then, you know, some children, when they're pulled out of the regular classrooms for whatever accommodations they need, sometimes they are bullied or judged in school and called the special kid, or you know, something like that. And yes, you are yes, you are special, but understand that just because you may need something does not mean you deserve to be judged for it. That I also want to talk about a camp I attended for cancer patients and survivors, and it is called Camp One Step, and it is organized by the Children's Oncology Services Incorporated. And I want to thank them for all they have done. I have attended camp since I don't even know how old. Maybe I was 9, maybe. But I just want to thank them for all they have done, and for unfortunately, I'm too old to be a camper now, but it also means I'm old enough to be a counselor. But this camp is amazing because it restored my childhood, and it does that for so many that, yes, you have to face so many things, cancer, whatever else. But when you get to camp, when you set foot at camp, you're a kid. That's it. And they make accommodations for kids so that whoever you are, whatever you are able to do, we're going to make sure, they're going to make sure that we move forward together. And that's their hashtag. That's the message, forward together. So whether that's skiing or riding a horse or going down the slip and slide or doing the lake swim and swimming across Lake Geneva, whatever it is, that's what matters. Okay, we're gonna make it work for you. Forward together. Okay, and this is the most recent. College. Woo. So the first time cancer kind of came into mind was during applications. I did the common application, and I don't remember exactly what the question was, but I know that, they ask about challenges and things you encounter. And in my mind, cancer was a challenge. There's no denying that. And cancer seems like the logical thing to put onto the paper, but in my mind, I didn't want to receive things or be granted things solely because of cancer. And I didn't want people just to say that, oh, Nia, you just got into college because you had cancer. But I wrote about it. But understand this. Cancer was just one part of my essay. That's what you need to keep in mind. So, moving on, I actually am a recipient of a scholarship. And again, the process was, application, essay, and then an interview. And again, it came to mind of, I don't want to be granted things solely because of cancer. But I remember my mom and everyone saying, oh, well, make sure you mention cancer. Make sure you mention this. And I was like, well, is that me? Is that it? Is that all I have to say? I do kind of remember of working my way around it and not mentioning it outright, but still mentioning it. Because again, the diagnosis of cancer still added something to my life. It's not my life, but it added something. So now in school and, with the scholarship, I have extended testing time, and in order to do that, I go to the disability center to take in separate rooms and take exams. And I appreciate the disability center for all that they do for, again, providing environments that accommodate to students. The word disability means and talks about what the limits of individuals. And so looking up the disability center and all that they do made me think of, well, what if it wasn't the disability center anymore? What if it became the ability center? Because we're not limited, we just have different abilities. Okay, and so finally, the most recent thoughts that occurred across my head or thought about, was a student organization election video. Well, quarantine, it didn't really allow us to do that. And so solution was to videotape yourself and then send it so it can be posted on Twitter. And I was like, so I was like, oh my gosh. Well, I mean, not only did I worry about what I was going to say, but I worried about how I was going to look. And I know, I said before that, a queen is a queen regardless of her crown, and hair loss an exception. But still know for me that mine isn't that I'm still working on mine. That I say stuff and that's the goal. I may not be completely there yet of, oh, you can't bother me. Or it doesn't bother me that, people might see me as this. It's a work in progress. And so filming this video, I was debating whether or not to wear a head wrap, because I didn't want people to just look at my video, see the bald head, and then vote for me because they felt sorry for me. I didn't want that. I wanted you to vote for me because of my ideas, my creativity, everything. The intelligence, that's why I wanted to be voted for the experience, for everything. And I think that's what happened. The votes came in, and I am happy, because I can say I did it. I did that. That's what I can say. Do you remember the leveling up from radiation video, and the poem I spoke over Sierra's Level Up. Well, that was Our Deepest Fear by Marianne Williamson, and there is a verse that I really like from it, and it says, "We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be?" So, let me ask you, who are you and who are you not to be? Things happen in our lives that we didn't choose to encounter, but we can choose to be defined. We can choose to sit back and let that name hold us back, or we can choose to rise greater. We can choose to move forward. We can choose to be so much more. So I came to a realization. I will continue to bring up cancer. I will not shy away from it, because cancer is a part of my identity. Matter of fact, creating the foundation for pillars in my life of resilience. But it is not solely who I am. So what I need you to understand is that I am so much more. You are so much more. We are so much more. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, and then leave a comment down below on what you thought on today's Wednesday Wisdom, or your suggestions for next Wednesday Wisdom. All right, bye. Oh, wait. Before we go, we hit a speed bump. Got a flat tire. With the t-shirts and everything, with the merch, but we delayed, not denied. But before you go, that's right, your girl has hit 100 subscribers. I want to give a sincere thank you, because I would not be where I am without you all. We are creating a community with a mission for growth, for confidence, and for inspiration. There is so much more to come, and I will see you all with my next video.